Do you have a child that goes from 0 to 100 the minute they don't get what they want, or when you set a boundary and then as a result, you have big explosive reactions, you yell, you threaten to punish because you have told yourself it is the only way you will get them to stop or cooperate? Stick with me, I'm going to walk you through this video and I'm going to share 2 considerations you want to make when you're approaching this incredibly difficult, challenging moment. I feel you, I see you, you are not alone. So number 1, when your child is exhibiting a lot of dysregulation because they're not getting the thing that they want, this usually elicits an emotional response in us too. And we don't have the tools to regulate ourselves. So we shift into overreactions, yelling, snapping, punishing. Now, the reason we do this is, there are a lot of different reasons, but one of the main things or the most common things that I see with most of my clients is that we were never given the tools, shown the tools when we were younger. When we had big emotions, when we were experiencing hard feelings, we were either punished, yelled at, neglected, told to stop. So as a result, our inner child, our younger self, has very much held on to the belief that we are not safe when we are experiencing these emotions. So when our child is exhibiting these big expressive emotions, tantrums, screaming, yelling no at you, whining, whatever it might be that was not tolerated when you were younger, we don't have a roadmap to know how to deal with this. So as a result, we do the same thing that was done to us. We just want to shut it down, or we completely shift into a permissive state of parenting and we kind of keep allowing it, but the behaviors become so unmanageable we don't know what to do. So 1, just recognize what comes up for you when your child's exhibiting these big emotions and how challenging is it for you to stay calm. The next thing, or the next reason why we have these big overreactions, is because we simply don't know what to do. So essentially, when our child exhibits a challenging behavior or exhibits big emotions, we struggle and we come up with a lot of different strategies and we try a lot of different things. As a result, we sort of say to ourselves, nothing seems to work. I've been calm, I've ignored it, I've punished it, I've tried talking it out, I've tried explaining, nothing seems to work, so I'm just going to stick with what I know, which is to yell and punish, and that's the only way they listen. So instead, what you want to do is you want to sort of play detective and figure out how to decode your child's behavior to understand what is the skill they don't have that's resulting in the behavior that you're seeing. So an example of this, I said at the beginning, if you have a child who struggles with not getting the outcome that they want, it tells me right away that that child struggles to tolerate frustration. When we have a child who cannot tolerate frustration, they are less resilient when things come up in their world and there's change that needs to be experienced. They struggle with flexibility. So what happens is, as the parent, we stay too focused on the behavior. Instead, what we want to do is shift and better understand how can we build frustration tolerance for our child so that we see a reduction in that expressed behavior when they are experiencing frustration. If this resonates with you, number 1, I'm going on live today at 12 o'clock to answer all of your questions. And additionally, I am hosting a brand new coaching program. It's a 4-week 4 times a week, we get on live together and it's called End the Yelling Trap. It's a 30-day challenge. I promise you I'm going to show you 3 things in this offer. Number 1, I'm going to show you guys how to regulate your emotions so you can show up in a more calm, centered, and anchored way when your child has big reactions. Number 2, I'm going to give you a roadmap and tools and strategies to know exactly how to respond to your child's challenging behavior. And number 3, I'm going to show you how to decode your child's behavior so that you don't become overwhelmed and instead you become empowered to know how you can connect with your child and help them develop in all the ways that they need. So join me at 12 o'clock live. If you can't, grab the link in my profile so that you can learn more about that 30-day challenge. I promise you I will take you from chaotic and yelling and overwhelmed to calm, resilient, and strong by the end of those 30 days.